Hello everyone. Just in case you were wondering, indeed I had to delete some of these original to Google re-reviews due to copyright issues. Not all of them, but still, I didn't want to go through what I did with episode 12 in specific, so even though the situation sucks for you and me, I will really appreciate if you guys could continue to support these re-uploads as you did with the originals. That will mean the world. With that said, please enjoy the video. So, before we begin, I've gotta say, catharsis is amazing. Hi there, it's Dave Ghoul. Whew, a lot has happened this episode, especially at the end, jeez. Unlike the first episode, this one was not as choppy and jarring to watch. It was rushed, a lot of heavy scenes in this one that lacked the impact that was required of them, and could easily be fixed if there was more room to breathe between scenes. Arima vs Kaneki was this second episode main event, and because of that, I would have preferred if it had played out organically, instead of cutting back and forth to Toka, Ayato, Inami, and Yomu's escape, and Eto's fight with Furuta. It seems that Furuta is gonna be more than a clown that I initially thought. After episode 1 and the first half of this one, Kaneki kicking his ass was awesome, so now that we know that he too has Rize's Kagune, I want to see a round 2. Also, Yomo finally getting the chance to avenge his sister and himself after Arima's arrival at the prison was really nice to see. I wondered reading the original manga's backstory with him and Uta if he would ever get his path crossed with Arima's again. It was nice to get some more screen time with Yomo. He was always one of my favorites. What was also nice was Toka and Naoto standing side by side in that fight. Although it was a bit strange considering the fact that Ayato almost put Toka at the doors of hell last time they saw each other, so it's alright because they're brothers, right? And of course I have to mention Kaneki's reunion with Toka and Inami. I've waited so long for that. My heart melted.
Kaneki.
Toka's just the sweetest. Also, candidate for the best line of the entire episode has to be Arima's. Damn, Arima was such a badass this episode. Him obliterating Kaneki with his fighting skills and his words. When he asks him if he wants to die again, and then adds that he could have killed him 645 times, and those were also the number of times he has spared them, all standing with his back turned. Come on, what a badass. It was ridiculous. From annihilating Eto to this, whew. No worries though, he gets to turn the situation around and becomes a total battle machine again, after a much welcome reunion with a special person. When Kaneki is about to give up, Hide just pulls him back together. You know what? His line is my favorite, probably the best of the entire series. It doesn't matter if it's lame. Live. This scene resonated profoundly with me, specifically, since I'm a lot like Kaneki. That's why he's my favorite character. Just like him, I question a lot why I'm alive, and what is the reason to keep going. That loneliness he feels, I feel it also a lot of times, which is why having someone like Hide or Toka or Inami is really important, and fortunately I also have people like that in my life, who cheer me up and give life meaning. That line encompasses all of that. Even though it was rushed, that emotional beat still hit me. What didn't hit me though was Arima's death at the very end. And not for the reasons you might be thinking. Arima, despite being a sad man on the inside, being an investigator was his life. It was all he ever had. Killing himself because he finally lost a battle just didn't gel with me. Because there's way bigger threats to both the Washu and V that he has to deal with. Maybe he had no real allegiance to them, and again, he never struck me as a person who, like Kaneki, wanted to live in the first place, so maybe that's why. It's just strange seeing the CCG's Reaper commit suicide. If the animation had been better, I would have praised the fight overall. But unfortunately, one of the biggest fights in all of Tokyo Ghoul just wasn't entertaining to watch. In general, this was a heavy action episode, and none of the action captivated me. It was all very stale. I don't mind it actually. So far I've been okay with it, but I wanted at least the big battles to be at the same level as the ones in the first two seasons, both animation and choreography wise. Also, I wouldn't mind if the set design was a little more original. Come on, the prison is exactly the same as the one in Route A. But as long as I see Kaneki coming to the rescue with a big and epic entrance, it's all alright. So here's my thoughts, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this Tokyo Ghoul re-episode review, and be sure to let me know what you all thought about this second episode. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Are you in the middle? I'm making a poll every episode review, so all you need to do to join the conversation is clicking on the icon above on the right side of your screen. Also, I want to thank everyone who watched the first episode review. Have all a nice day. Till next week. Oh, by the way, I can't be the only one who thought that Kaneki's Kagune multiple forms were really cool. Am I right? Sayonara, everyone.